So today is Sunday, June 1st, and this weekend I pretty much finished all of my planting, other than a couple of bags that I'm sort of undecided, but I do have some tomatoes and peppers left. Um, they need to grow a little bit, they're super tiny, but most likely they will go in the two large leftover containers. So it's been a wonderful weekend. We've had nice weather. I've been able to do so much, and I'm just so happy about that. So the greenhouse is gone. My love helped me put it all back together, and then we also put the table, the cushions. We just finished putting this table together, so I didn't take out the cushions yet. I need to clean them. But the two trees are back from the front. They survived yet another winter. This was winter number 2 in these spots on both sides of my garage, and they did very well, and they're so much bigger than they were. So this is what I did for this year here by the door. I do have some seeds planted in a couple of these spots, so I know the flowers are gonna turn out. Some of the flowers that I planted from seed, I think mostly it's zinnias here, they're gonna grow, so they're gonna fill out that corner, and then I have them in a few pots, so I might end up like rearranging things once things start growing in. My faux standard geranium is about to bloom, and I'm so excited. It has beautiful sort of lavender blooms, and I really enjoyed the spot for it last year, although it's much taller. And we're gonna have to be careful how we open this window, but I'm very much looking forward to it blooming. And of course this whole area filling in with the sweet potato vine, and these petunias I got are so gorgeous, and I'm so excited for them to just fill in this corner. And what a combination with this sweet potato vine. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to come back and take a picture of it. Maybe that's gonna be the cover of this video. So here's a perfect example. There's some cut and come again zinnias, ranunculus, which I've never grown before. And this is the geranium that I overwintered. One of the ones that I overwintered, and there are going to be so many blooms on this thing. Yeah, just continues to be my favorite summer flower. I had 6 left over, and I gave to my sister-in-law. There's calendula, so all of the white pots that I have, and this one white and this one gray, they're all calendulas, and I'm gonna kind of scatter them around the garden, the vegetable garden, or bags for now. But yeah, I don't even remember what I planted here. I think it might be alyssum. I have no idea. I also, just like last year, I never remember the name of this perennial, but I had like some royal purple alyssum growing on the sides of this container, and I did the same thing, just a little bit less, because I think it was like way too crowded last time. So I just kind of tried and control myself a little here, because I always just oversee too much. Here I have some seeds, I'm pretty sure, in these 2 pots. And this is Tolenia to me, whatever it's called. It looks really wispy and cute. And this vinca vine, also, I grew it last year, and I liked how it grows. So let's see how it does here. And then the 4 o'clocks are here, and I'm excited. Oh yeah, you see, there's zinnias popping up here. Yeah, and I'm still gonna go around and do some more seeding wherever I see an empty spot. As an example, and maybe I'll come around the other side later, but this is our herb garden, this whole entire raised area this year. And honestly, there's like a little tiny oregano that I just put in that spot, and it's tiny because I grew it from seed, and this year's it wasn't my year for growing things from seed. But anyway, there's a tiny oregano there. But when I was putting it in, I was thinking, I don't even know if I didn't put any seeds in there already. I should really do a better job marking everything, because like I know I have like tiny bezels here, I can see them, and there's some sunflowers popping up, and I have a bunch of marigolds. But I know I put in some seeds in some of these spots, and whatever, it's all gonna be a surprise. Yeah, here's another one of my overwinter geraniums that is about to have huge blooms everywhere. Like, I mean, everywhere. So exciting. And how vibrant this color is. So the dahlia here is taking a break a little bit, but I see new blooms, and I added this. Oh, I see the trees around here, they're all dropping these fuzzies, so we have to deal with that. Anyway, yeah, she's doing good. So here what I did, and I'm gonna, once they grow in, I'm gonna move it to the front. I almost tripped over the hose. So these are bachelor buttons, so they're gonna be tall and blue. And then I did white alyssum, snow, whatever it's called, all around. So that's gonna go with the blues and purples theme at the front. And I'm just gonna put it like on a mulch, I think. It's gonna be nice to look at, I think. I'll just kind of flank the entrance to the side. And then I finally got a chance to repot my hydrangeas. See, this one's not doing so well, and this one is just kind of on a fence, but the other ones are. So yeah, this is like, I just watered it, so I have one less thing to water later on. But that's just volunteer dill all over the place. I'm letting it go. And then just a close up on the basil, finally starting to go. And I have two different kinds of marigolds, and they're just all over the place here. I don't know, I must have like about 20 along both sides of this raised bed, so that will be fun once it all fills in. There is cherries galore this year, and this is a dancing dolphins that my love is trying to rescue. Okay, why don't I just go this way, which is different from normal. Okay, so this is a trouble area because Chucky and Silo like to run around along this fence to get in and out of the house. So I decided I'm gonna get some pavers and I'm gonna make a bit of a walkway. It's just gonna make it easier, because I think even if I grow grass here, eventually it's just gonna make this happen again. So why fight it if we can work with them, and this way the dogs get to enjoy this area and I don't have to look at an eyesore. So that's the plan. The raspberries, we've been pinning them. There's gonna be so many raspberries. They're the golden raspberries, and yeah, within reach. Because somebody told me, I saw it on YouTube, to take like these big canes and then bend them over, which is what we did. And what it does, it makes all these side shoots go up, and it's like totally within reach for us. So we don't need to struggle to get to all of them. So now this is all growing off of this one or two horizontal canes. Isn't that awesome? Our rock area here, the cosmos and the lavaterra. It's getting a little squashed here. Maybe this one's not gonna make it. We just do this, and this one already I see they need more space anyway. I think I put some seeds of something in there as well. But I have 1, 2, 3 at least lavaterras, and I have the cosmos. Oh yeah, I have a marigold here. There's another one. Another marigold right here. And then I did another marigold here, and a sunflower volunteers transplanted from somewhere else, and more of these cosmos. Looks like the sunflower is winning the growth race, and some zinnias. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so here what I've been doing, I've been cutting some of these leaves so that they don't overtake. This is the geranium. This is the same climbing sort of style geranium as the one at the front that I trained into a bit of a standard. So this is a cutting of that one, and I see it's about to bloom for me, which is great. So I'm cutting some of the nasturtium leaves because they grow so fast and so tall, and they overtake and shade my geraniums, and I do want my geraniums to bloom. And I did the same thing here. So this one I could have cut a little bit more down, but it's got 2 blooms coming up, but it was kind of getting crowded by, oh, and I need to remember to water this one. Yeah, and my volunteer raspberries from the neighbor's backyard. The petunia is gonna bloom here for the first time ever. The blackberry is trying to make an appearance. Oh, and then we are gonna have plums. Bang, bang. There's more. There's like a bunch right there. So we are very happy. I think we're gonna have an abundance of plums this year. It's hard to see, but they're everywhere. Little baby plums now. So let's see the currant. Oh, I see little currants are growing. I think definitely not a right spot for the currant. It's too shady and it's kind of trying, which is fine. This is last year we were here in this house probably, so good lesson to learn for my future gardening endeavors. I did put some marigolds in here, and yeah, I have to figure out what else. I think I'm gonna start some things from seed and then transplant them here when ready. I did put Lavaterra in there, those little squirts over there. That's Lavaterra. Oh, I see quackgrass. I was cleaning here earlier, but obviously not enough. And then what else did I do? So I just added some cones. I tried rocks, it didn't look right, but I added cones and I like it. This spot always dries out when it rains. Sometimes the tree kind of shades the rain from coming down to the ground, so it's nice for this hosta. I always try to make sure to water it. This is the first year that it actually came back for me, because usually I have to replant it. So hopefully with the cones it will retain some of that moisture. I'm just noticing my clematis flowers still here. So the one thing that I'm just realizing I didn't do, okay, so first of all, the ground, this is gonna get fixed. I'm fixing that area first because it's more prime for when you walk out and how you look, and this is secondary for me, so this will be next once I start once I kind of get a handle on growing grass there. I can't speak. Anyway, so let's just ignore the grass situation on this side. This is where the dogs like to play the most. It is what it is. I don't know what I was saying, so I'll just show the cherry situation on this tree. Once again, it's amazing. My dad was like awestruck when he saw it, because he always makes wine out of these cherries, and he's just like, wow. This year is a good year for fruit trees, I believe. My little fountain is going today. Yeah, there's some sunflowers. So these two are volunteer dill that were in a flower bed over there, and I transplanted. We've got some parsley. We've got a ton of marigolds. We've got some amaranth that's been trying to grow for ages. I don't know if anything's gonna happen with it, but I left it in here. I've got some mint. I've got one tiny strawberry plant. I have some thyme, more basil, sage, some onions here and here. And this is cilantro, and I think I have more. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't. Oh, I think I left it in one of the pots. Anyway, there's like a ton of stuff happening here, and I don't remember all of it, but yeah, it will grow. So that's the view. And then, so I'm happy to say that this hosta is coming up from last year. There was another one here that didn't. Again, this is one of those trouble spots where it doesn't get much light and it's dry. So I'm gonna plant. I think I'm gonna just like divide one of my other hostas, or maybe I'll get a new one and I'll put it here and do it all over again. We cleaned the side of the shed. I don't think I ever did it last year. So this is where we usually keep the chairs and everything for the winter. So it's all cleaned. All the oh yes, the garlic. So the garlic was all rotten. I don't know. I think I just got bad garlic, but also I obviously either overwatered or I don't know. 1 out of 90. It's okay, I guess. I, trying to look on a positive side, and I just used the bags and grew, like, planted tomatoes and stuff and other stuff, and I can grow more carrots and more beans. So that's how I'm looking at it. And, a lesson to learn to be more careful with how I'm planting. I think maybe that's what it was. Maybe I wasn't careful enough how I'm planting it, where I'm putting it, because I figured it always grows for me, and this year it didn't. Anyway, so I have some space here. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen here, but it's quite shady. But for now, I just moved the nasturtiums and the radishes, that some of them are bolting, so spinach is bolting, and kale. But these guys, it gets a little bit of sun here, probably not enough, I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna see how these things go here. It's a little cooler spot, so I figured the salads, the radishes that don't like heat, things like that can stay here, and perhaps I'll move more stuff. I have no idea. Some of the radishes, we've been eating them. Whoops. Here. Can we see? No, it's hard to see, but we have been eating and picking some, so maybe I'll do another sowing of radishes. And then kale, I've been eating spinach as much as I could, and lettuce. So yeah. And then my petunia and sweet potato vine here, a different type. I don't know the types, but it's some sort of sweet potato vine. So the grass is fenced off, the boys are not allowed to come, and I just noticed when I was walking by that I think they're sprouting. So hopefully soon, next week when we're having a chat, we're gonna have green grass here. I cut the grass here today, and I didn't cut on that side, obviously. So anyway, these chairs are back to being here. Everything's very crowded because we're just moving things around, but yeah, here's the situation by the fountain. And then it's been so windy. Yesterday was terrible, so I had to stake these sunflowers because I was so worried that they were gonna snap. So that's what I did here. I have to come and water everything. Here's all the other volunteer sunflowers that I have to figure out what to do with. So these are the 2 bags that I still need to plant, but I have all of these tomatoes and peppers here. So the peppers, I think that's what I'll do. The peppers will go in the bags, and the tomatoes I can always plant it on the side of the house where I had my tomato hospital last year, which they all ended up growing and doing well. So that's what I'll do next, this time. These are supposed to be sunflowers munchkin, and I have amaranth here as well. This amaranth it's this size right here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying. And 2 empty pots. I'm gonna plant something here. These 4 zinnias for now are here, but I'm planning on putting them in that corner over there. And this just reminds me, I have to figure what else to plant in that area. Everything here is doing good. It's all just green. Right now, the grapes, there's gonna be a lot of grapes this year, which is exciting. Yeah, and so we've got phlox. Yeah, we have phlox on both sides, and I have zinnia that I planted, just put seeds in, and now they germinated. And then I think verbena, I don't remember. And then so I have these sweet peas here, and birds have been especially that guy in a corner over there. It's hard to focus, but I had to wrap it up because I had bird pressure just on this guy. So live and learn. I got a new type of bean growing here. Can't wait for them to come up. I need to come here and water everything. My 2 mangoes, I'm gonna repot eventually. For now, I'm just gonna stack them in a prettier pot. My love thinned out the carrots. Oh, I see some weed Yeah. So one of the cucumbers gave up on itself, but the other three are doing good, and these guys are doing good. And I see the peppers are starting to come back to life, and there's like baby ones there too, but everything looks pretty parched. Zucchinis are doing good. More peppers over there. That's a Kenesha growing out of concrete. This corner is looking colorful. Tomatoes, beans. I don't know what I'm doing with the beans. They grow, like some of them grow, some of them they're just kind of like the bean splits on a stalk and then it just like the leaves don't grow. I don't know. I need to like Google what I'm doing wrong with the beans. Some onions. All of my onions are red onions and bunching onions. So yeah, that's that. And then again the two trees. I have to bring the cushion, so let's go this way. Okay, so this is bunching onions. So another thing that I have, like that I've been thinking about, is all of these bags I planted yesterday, and they had the rotten or whatnot garlic. Now I emptied some of the soil and just kind of moved it around. Oh, there's a bird that came and said hello. It's gonna go have a drink of water. Hello. Anywho, I wonder if these things are gonna grow well because the garlic is there, or some of it is there. I didn't like dump out the soil and refreshed all of it and stuff. I kind of like mixed it around and I picked out the ones that I could find. Other than that, I just kind of left it and topped it off with fresh soil. It's also an experiment, so we'll see what happens. But I have some tomatoes and onions. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Eggplant doing good. So here's another thing. So Chucky, he squashed my onions. He must have been jumping, so he's not allowed to be here by himself with Silo because he taunts Silo and then he jumps around. So he squashed that tomato and then he squashed this. So he must have jumped over and then into the tomato and then off of here to get away from Silo. So that's not cool. So he needs to, he cannot be here by himself. Anyway, so that's the state of things here. The tomatoes are finally picking up speed here a little bit. These are some of the biggest ones. Yeah. Just let's have another look. Did I ever look that way? So I've got pink petunias this year on these window boxes without windows and vinca vine, and both of my hostas are coming up underneath. I need to create some sort of edging. Maybe I'm gonna get more rocks from my sister-in-law and define this area better. And then this is a disaster. So Silo and Chucky go over there. When it was just Silo, it wasn't an issue, and now it's just I need to do something in that area. But yeah, now that everything is planted, I'll be able to like sort of go back and fix all of the problem areas. Here I have my begonia, and this is also verbena, and it's trying to survive. It fried, and on this one I don't think it's gonna make it, but this one will. So yeah, nasturtium over there. My peonies need another week or so. Here I have, I think, bachelor buttons in the pot, and then I planted a bunch of zinnias and cosmos here yesterday, and then just another geranium and nasturtium mix. More nasturtiums here, and then I had one leftover impatiens plug, so I just popped it in here. And I'm gonna quickly go around because I know my dogs and my love are ready to go for a walkie. Okay, nasturtiums. So I had a hosta here that obviously I don't think is gonna make it. I know it always takes longer than the other two, but not this long. So anyway, I think it's done. These two hostas are doing well. They always are. Nasturtiums. clematis. I'm just letting it go wild. This hosta is doing well. This guy is doing well. All of my overwinter geraniums, delphiniums are never actually doing well in this corner, but I let them go. Well, sometimes it's kind of hit and miss. So I finally have some new flowers popping up here, whatever these are called, I don't remember. Oh yeah, the little miniature hosta is coming up. This salvia from last year, planted last year, it's making an appearance. I'm not sure what is happening with my hydrangea. This is the second time I'm seeing it like flop like this. So I watered it today because I thought maybe it hasn't been watered, or like it's just not getting enough water. I never had this issue with them here. And this one was kind of floppy too, but I see it's bounced back. So we'll see what happens. The only thing that I did different this year is a couple weeks ago or last week, I used the fertilizer for evergreens and hydrangeas, and I fertilized it, but I didn't even do like full dose. And now I'm thinking, like, did I do it too early? Do they need it? Maybe I should have waited. Or is this like not related to anything I'm doing? I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens. Oh yes, so we have a little baby nestling magpie upstairs because my love found it on the concrete on a driveway, and so he was digging for worms here, not realizing that I have like stuff growing here. So that's what this is. And then this is what I found. It's like a little cedar. It's like this guy's baby. And then there's more. So I'm gonna let them grow a little bit more. And I'm gonna see here's another one. And then there's another one. Whoops. The camera's moving on its own. Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can transplant them, and I don't know, they grow slow. But it's kind of fun. So hosta's doing well. So I was thinking of dividing one of these to the back. They're not that big though. This one was divided from that one last year. Maybe I divide this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy me one. Oh, I need to come and water and also deadhead these flowers. These guys are doing so good. I'm happy. And this tree is doing good. Okay, so very quickly, I'm trying to repair the lawn here. This hydrangea. Oh, here's first of all lily of the valley with a bug. This hydrangea is gonna bloom, and that's the cutting that I grew last year. So I'm very happy about it. And I saw Loretta's because I gave one to Loretta, my neighbor. It's like half the size of this one, or maybe even less. But she's got it on a north-facing, darker corner, and this one gets more light. And that's why these guys are small, but yet this one is like already showing buds. So very cool. Transplanted last week. I divided from my daylily in the back, and it's doing good, and the blooms are surviving. And then new hosta here, and last year's hosta here, doing good. And then coming around here, spirea, and then Dusty Miller, and then Shasta Daisy and Dusty Miller, doing good. So very quickly we're going to go. Oh yeah, I have to water these guys. I'm still kind of on the fence and kind of regretting I didn't just get geraniums. I don't know. I need to figure out how to take care of them better because they look so beautiful when I bought them. So I noticed today that I'm gonna have a bunch of irises blooming soon here and then here, and these are the ones that smell so nice. So I'm very excited about it. And then this is the empty hospital, tomato hospital or any plant hospital bed. So for now it's empty, and so I told my love this is where he can dig for worms for Chicky, the baby magpie, because he can dig in my front garden. So anyway, so that's why it's all dug up. And comfrey, I chopped it and then I added it to some of my bags, and it's already growing. And this is just my love, he stuck. We're looking at the lily of the valley, and then he stuck one in there because why not? And they're going over, they're ready to go. And that's that. Here's another look of this. So nice and sunny. It's about 7 o'clock I think, and it's still looking good. So let's just go and quickly, what I used to do last year, we'll quickly go this way. I was weeding this grass too. And do the walk back. It takes so long this corner to grow because it's dark, but I'm very happy with the hanging baskets. And so this is where I'm gonna put the white alyssum with bachelor buttons. I was thinking on both sides or maybe 2 here, I'm not sure. And yeah, I like how this looks. And that's the look. And oops. The lilac is done. And we're back. Bye.